Welcome to week 3. We're going to be talking about the season of growth.
Okay, so we believe that growth occurs when both people in a relationship are focused on growth. They're making the intentional choice to really learn about each other and to just take physical steps, measurable steps, in order to improve on their weaknesses.
Absolutely.
I always had an old coach, and he would say, you're either getting better or you're getting worse. You're never staying the same. And I think that there's a lot of truth in that, especially if we apply that to our relationships. Our relationships, they're either going to get better or they're going to deteriorate and get worse. And it's really up to us to nurture them and just help them grow.
And sometimes that deteriorating isn't intentional. Sometimes you might not be intentionally trying to not grow the relationship, but without that intentionality on focusing on trying to grow, you're not getting anywhere. And most of the time you just become complacent with where you are and you're not improving then. So when Tyler and I first started dating, we sat down and we drew a triangle on a piece of paper. And we put the Lord at the tip and either of us at the corners. And we said our goal was going to be to individually seek God, so in turn we'd grow closer together and our triangle would get smaller. And I think that when we were young, we didn't necessarily know the fullness of that. We didn't know what it truly meant and what it looked like to individually grow, so that in turn we could relationally grow. But as we've gotten older and we've continued to focus on growing spiritually, individually, and relationally as a couple, that it's really helped us flourish. So being intentional about growing helps you flourish in a way that you would have never have before if you weren't focusing on that. And so we're super thankful for the fact that the Lord kind of planted a seed and was like, hey, y'all need to nourish this and you need to grow, and you have weaknesses and you have strengths and you get to learn upon those and kind of learn about each other along the way.
So this week we have 3 tips to help improve the growth in your relationship. So the first one is to properly assess yourself and your partner in order that both of you can help just really improve on your weaknesses. And to me it helps a lot when I have someone else help point out my weaknesses. And that really just puts a lot of perspective on it as to stuff that I'm overlooking or stuff that they find important that I need to work on. The second one is to set a goal, to always keep it in mind, and to take measurable steps towards that goal. This is huge to me. I think that without a goal, you're not really going to do a whole lot. So it's important that you have something that you're just pushing on forward to.
Yeah, something you can try to reach, something you can obtain, and not something that's not realistic because that just defeats you and gets you down, but something that's small and obtainable for sure. And then the last one we're going to talk about, which we think is so important, and I am obsessed about them. If you've ever talked to me, you know how much I love languages. So love languages, if you've never heard about them before, there are 5 love languages, and there's a quiz you can take or a little test that can tell you what your top ones are. So the 5 are quality time. So you're someone who likes to spend time with another person, whether it's a friend or a family member or someone you're dating. The next one is acts of service, which means you like them to help you do things or help you with certain tasks. And the next one is words of affirmation. So you're someone who needs a little confirmation every once in a while. Someone to tell you, you did a good job, or I'm proud of you, or I love you, or thanks for helping me today. Or you're someone who likes to receive gifts. Not just gifts on your birthday or holidays, but you're like someone who likes it when a friend surprises you with your favorite drink, or your boyfriend comes in and he brought you flowers for no reason. And number 5 is physical touch. So you're someone who likes to come in and give someone a hug right away. Or you like when a friend gives you a high five when they see you in the hallway, or when a family member comes and rubs your back when you're not feeling good. So this test helps you kind of evaluate what areas help you feel loved the most. And this is so important because your partner cannot give you the love that you need if you don't even know what makes you feel loved. And so by taking this test, our relationship kind of took off, because before it, I was trying to meet almost all the love languages for him. And he's not a receiving gifts person. So I was making him little goodies before every football game, and yeah, he liked that, but that wasn't as important to him as me spending time with him or helping him make his lunch or doing acts of service, because those are more important to him. And I have a friend who is a big hug person, and so I'm not a huggy person, but I needed to give her hugs when I saw her. And so being able to be intentional and grow in a way that helps your partner feel the most loved is really important. And so we kind of always have said back and forth that we refer to our love tank as like a gas tank. So we can kind of gauge, are we getting the love that we need Am I giving him the love that makes him feel the best, and is he doing the same for me, vice versa? Which helps us grow, because if you feel loved and you feel nurtured, you're going to be able to grow in those aspects. You're not going to feel neglected or left alone. So love languages, love languages, love languages. I love them, love them, love them. So we're gonna, it's on our website already, but we'll post it again with this video, and we'll also post a link on Instagram. So if you want to take it, it's really short. I know it sounds kind of cheesy, but I'm not kidding. It's so important, and
sure.
You're gonna love it, and you're gonna send it to your friends and tell them to send to take it, and you're gonna send it to your parents, because it's just so neat to figure out how those people in your life that are important to you feel loved and how you can meet that need. So yes, please do it.
Yeah, for sure. Guys, so be sure to tune in next week. Next week will be our 4th and final week of this season, and it's the season of fulfillment. We're just going to get into what it looks like to be in a fulfilling and life-giving relationship.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you liked it or you want to follow us more, you can always follow us on YouTube and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, our website, and Instagram. So we really appreciate y'all, and when this series is over, we don't know what's next for us, but if you guys have some tips or suggestions on what you guys want to hear about, we'd love for you to email us or comment on an Instagram picture, whatever you guys have. We'd love to hear what would be most beneficial for y'all. So we're excited, and we hope to see you next week. Thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, guys. Let's do it the second time.
Action in 3, 2, 1. Take one.
Finn.
Finn.
Noggin.
Dude.